Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Daily.
Hi everyone, we are very happy to see you here today.
Hey everyone, before we start, if you want to finally feel comfortable speaking English in real life and not just inside your head, stay with us and practice aloud while listening. Ready? Okay, quick question. Do you ever prepare a sentence in English and then the moment comes and you say nothing?
That pause is painful, right? Someone asks you a simple question like, "How was your day?" and your brain suddenly opens 20 tabs at the same time.
Yes, you know the answer, you even know the grammar, but you're checking everything. Is the tense correct? Is the pronunciation weird? Should I use a better word? And while you're thinking, the conversation moves on.
What this really means is the problem is not English knowledge. The problem is processing speed under pressure.
Yesterday, this happened to me at a coffee shop. The cashier asked, "Do you want anything else?" Very normal question. My brain started building a perfect sentence. I would also like to have a small bottle of water. By the time I was ready, she was already talking to the next customer.
And what did you say?
I panicked and just shook my head, even though I wanted water.
That's overthinking in action. You tried to sound polished instead of just communicating.
But it feels risky to speak fast. If I speak fast, mistakes come.
Sure, but silence is a bigger mistake than a grammar mistake. In real conversations, people react to speed and confidence more than accuracy.
I notice I speak better when I'm alone. When I practice, sentences come easily. But with a real person, my mind freezes.
Because when you're alone, you're not being judged. The moment another human appears, your brain switches from communication mode to performance mode.
Performance mode. That's true. I'm not trying to talk, I'm trying to avoid embarrassment.
And that changes everything. Instead of sending a message, you start editing it.
So the issue is not vocabulary?
Most of the time, no. People who overthink usually know enough English. They just don't trust fast, imperfect sentences.
I do that. I search for the best word. If I don't find it, I stop talking.
Native speakers don't do that. They replace missing words instantly. If they forget a word like calculator, they say, "the machine for counting numbers." Conversation continues.
I wait for the correct word, and the moment dies.
Because you're treating speaking like writing. Writing needs precision. Speaking needs flow.
So I should accept messy sentences?
Not just accept them, aim for them. Fast, messy speech trains your brain to think in English. Perfect, slow speech trains your brain to translate.
That's uncomfortable.
Good. Discomfort means you're switching from knowledge to skill.
Okay, then tell me honestly, when someone asks me, "What did you do today?" what should I focus on first?
Answer immediately, even if it's simple. I worked. I was tired. I watched videos. Conversation grows from small sentences, not impressive ones.
So, speed before beauty.
Communication before perfection.
After what you explained, I realized something. When I stop speaking, it's not because I don't know English, it's because I start imagining what the other person is thinking about me.
Right. Your attention leaves the conversation and moves into your own head.
I'm thinking, my accent sounds strange. I'm too slow. They will switch to their language. They will think I'm not smart.
That's social anxiety mixed with language learning. Your brain is predicting rejection before it even happens.
And because of that prediction, I try to build a perfect sentence to protect myself.
But the brain gets overloaded. You're checking grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, reaction, facial expression, all at once.
It feels like I'm doing 5 exams in 1 second.
Exactly. Real conversation requires automatic speaking, but overthinking turns it into manual control.
Manual control?
Imagine walking while thinking about every muscle. You'd trip. Speaking works the same way. Fluency lives in automatic patterns, not conscious construction.
That explains why I translate in my head. I build the sentence in my language first.
And translation is slow. By the time your brain finishes building, the conversation already moved forward.
So the silence is actually delay, not lack of knowledge.
Yes, your mind is busy editing a movie while the live stream is still running.
Sometimes I even rehearse a sentence and then I don't say it because I find a small mistake.
That's perfectionism blocking communication. Listeners don't need a perfect sentence. They need a clear idea.
I notice something else. When someone speaks fast English to me, I understand most of it, but I answer with 1 or 2 words.
Because understanding uses recognition, speaking uses production. Production needs confidence more than memory.
So I'm not really afraid of English, I'm afraid of reaction.
Yes, you're protecting your identity, not your grammar.
That's deep and uncomfortable.
Good conversations require a little emotional risk. You show your imperfect self for a few seconds.
By the way, quick question for you listening right now. What stops you from speaking English? Forgetting words, fear of mistakes, or people judging you? Write your answer in the comments.
Nice, because once you name the fear, it becomes smaller.
For me, it's definitely judgment.
Then the solution isn't more vocabulary, it's faster speaking before fear has time to grow.
So I should respond before my brain starts checking everything?
Yes, your first instinct answer is usually correct enough.
Even if grammar breaks?
Conversation doesn't break when grammar breaks, it breaks when silence appears.
I think I've been protecting mistakes more than expressing ideas.
And today we start reversing that habit.
Okay, let's test this. Ask me something simple and I'll answer fast, no thinking.
Good. What did you eat this morning?
Bread and egg and tea.
Perfect. Notice you didn't say, I consumed breakfast consisting of... You just spoke.
It felt strange because I wanted to say, I ate bread and an egg with tea, but I stopped editing halfway.
And still I understood you completely.
Yes, actually, you reacted faster too.
Because conversation rewards speed. When answers come quickly, people stay engaged. When answers are delayed, people feel distance.
Try another one.
What are you doing after this recording?
I go home and maybe watch something or sleep because I'm tired.
You're tired.
See? Mistake.
But the message was clear. I didn't misunderstand you.
My brain immediately wanted to correct it.
Correction is good after speaking, not before speaking. First send the message, then improve the form.
That's opposite of how I learned English in school.
School trains accuracy first because it's measurable. Real life trains connection first because it's human.
Ask me a harder question.
Why are you learning English?
I want to talk people different countries and not feel small in conversations.
Great sentence. Imperfect grammar, strong meaning.
I noticed something. When I answer quickly, I don't translate fully. I just grab words.
That's the beginning of thinking in English. The brain switches from building sentences to selecting pieces.
But sometimes I freeze if I don't know a word.
Then replace it, describe it, gesture if needed. Communication loves creativity.
Okay, ask something unexpected.
Tell me about a movie you like.
There is movie about space. People stuck in another planet. They try survive. Very emotional and beautiful music.
I know exactly what you mean even without the movie title.
I didn't even search for advanced vocabulary.
Because you focused on meaning instead of correctness.
My fear is listeners will think this is bad English.
No, this is developing English. Bad English is silence when you have ideas.
So rule 1 is answer immediately?
Yes, your first 2 seconds decide fluency. After 2 seconds, overthinking enters.
That explains my pauses. They're always longer than 2 seconds.
From now on, speak before the second ends.
That sounds like a challenge.
It is. Speed trains courage.
Let's imagine a real situation then. I walk into a small cafe in another country. I'm alone. Someone at the next table smiles and starts talking to me. This is where I usually panic.
Good scenario. I'll be the stranger. Ready?
Ready, I think.
Hey, is this seat free?
Yes, you can sit.
Thanks. Are you visiting or do you live here?
I am visiting for a few days.
Nice. What brought you here?
I wanted to see the city and practice English, actually.
That already sounds natural. See how the conversation continues?
My heart is beating fast, though.
That's normal. Social anxiety isn't about danger, it's about attention. Your brain feels watched.
And when I feel watched, I start building perfect sentences again.
Keep going. Don't switch to writing mode.
Okay, so what places have you seen so far?
I went museum yesterday, and today I just walking around streets and trying food.
Good. Now add one more detail without thinking.
Food is spicy, but I like it, and people very friendly.
Perfect. Notice something? The more you speak, the calmer you become.
Yes, because I stop monitoring every word.
Exactly. Anxiety survives in silence. Speaking interrupts it. Usually I answer short because I want the conversation to end quickly.
But longer answers actually reduce pressure. The other person doesn't need to interrogate you.
True. When I say only yes or no, they ask more questions and I panic more.
So we expand slightly, not perfect sentences, just one extra idea.
Let's continue the situation.
All right, what do you usually do in your free time?
I watch videos, learn things online, and sometimes record my voice to practice speaking.
That sounded smooth.
I didn't think about tense.
Because you focused on sharing, not performing.
I feel different than the coffee shop story from earlier. There I stayed silent.
Because you were trying to avoid mistakes, here you're allowing them.
And the conversation feels lighter.
That's the goal. Fluency is emotional comfort plus understandable language.
So social anxiety decreases when speech increases.
Yes, confidence isn't before speaking, confidence is created by speaking.
I want to try something risky.
Good. Risk is where growth hides.
Let's say I'm in a group conversation. 3 people are talking fast. I understand around 70%, but I want to join, but I don't know how to enter.
That's a common situation. The biggest mistake is waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment.
So what do I do?
You enter with a simple reaction sentence, something short that connects to what they're saying.
Like what?
For example, if they're talking about travel, you can say, "Oh, I had a similar experience," or "That happened to me once." That's enough to open the door.
Even if my story is small?
Small stories build presence. You don't need a dramatic story. You need participation.
I usually think my story is not interesting enough.
That's overthinking again. Conversation is not a competition, it's shared space.
Okay, simulate it.
All right, imagine we're in a group and someone says, "I got lost in the city yesterday for 2 hours."
I would say, "Oh, really? I also got lost when I visited another city."
Good, continue.
It was confusing because streets look same and my phone battery died.
That's great. See, you joined naturally.
But what if they speak too fast and I miss something?
Then you ask for repetition confidently. "Sorry, can you say that again?" That's normal. Even native speakers do it.
I feel embarrassed asking people to repeat.
Embarrassment is temporary. Understanding is permanent.
I like that.
Also, remember this. People are thinking about themselves more than about your grammar.
So they're not analyzing me as much as I think.
Almost never. Most people are focused on what they will say next.
That actually reduces pressure.
Good. Now let's practice interrupting politely. Imagine they're laughing and talking. You wait for a small pause and say, "Can I add something?"
That feels bold.
Speaking is bold. Silence feels safe but keeps you invisible.
I don't want to be invisible in conversations anymore.
Then accept small mistakes as the price of visibility.
That line is powerful.
Here's the thing. Overthinking protects your ego. Speaking builds your identity.
Meaning?
When you speak, even imperfectly, you start seeing yourself as someone who communicates in English. That identity shift changes everything.
So fluency is not only language skill, it's self-perception.
Exactly. And perception changes through action, not preparation.
I'm starting to understand why practicing alone isn't enough.
Practice builds knowledge. Interaction builds courage.
And courage reduces overthinking.
Yes, because action leaves less room for fear to grow.
You said earlier mistakes don't stop communication. I want proof.
All right, I'm going to speak terrible English on purpose. Your job is only to understand me, not fix me.
This will be interesting.
Yesterday, I go to market and I buyed many vegetable because I wanting cook soup, but store closing and me running fast and fall down little, but soup still success.
I understood everything.
Even though the grammar was broken everywhere?
Yes, the story was clear.
That's how human brains work. We process meaning first, grammar second.
But in school, grammar always felt like the most important thing.
Because grammar is easier to grade than communication, a teacher can mark errors, but real conversation measures connection.
So when I stop talking to avoid mistakes, I'm protecting something that listeners don't even prioritize.
Exactly. Listeners care about clarity and emotion, not perfect tense selection.
Let me try making mistakes on purpose then.
Go for it.
Today morning, I waking late and I missing my bus, so I taking another road and meeting friend randomly.
Clear and natural. Now say the same idea perfectly.
This morning, I woke up late and missed my bus, so I took another road and met a friend by chance.
Both worked. One was cleaner, but the first already communicated successfully.
The difference wasn't understanding, it was polish.
And polish comes after repetition, not before speaking.
I notice when I allow mistakes, my speed increases a lot.
Because you removed the internal editor.
My internal editor is very strict.
Most learners have one. The goal isn't to delete it, but to delay it.
Delay it?
Yes, speak first, edit later. Learning happens after expression.
So mistakes become feedback instead of danger.
Exactly. Each mistake tells your brain what to adjust next time.
When I stayed silent, I received no feedback.
Silence feels safe, but teaches nothing.
I think many learners wait until they feel ready.
Readiness is created by repetition, not waiting.
So the fastest path is messy conversations.
Messy conversations create clean fluency over time.
That changes how I see practice completely.
Good. From now on, treat mistakes as steps, not failures.
I want to push this further. No preparation at all, just random speaking.
Perfect. Real conversations don't give preparation time.
Give me a topic I'm not ready for.
Describe your perfect weekend from start to end. Start now.
Okay, I wake up early, but not very early. Maybe sunlight coming through window and I make coffee and sit quiet for some minutes.
Keep going. Don't plan ahead.
Then I go outside walking without phone because I always check it too much, and I want calm mind and fresh air.
Nice flow.
After that, I meet friend and we talk long time about life and future and random ideas. Not serious, just relaxed.
Notice you didn't stop once.
Yes, because I didn't try to sound smart.
Continue.
Evening, I cook something simple and watch movie, and before sleep, I feel my brain slow and peaceful.
That sounded natural and continuous.
I actually forgot I was speaking English.
That's the state we want. Attention on meaning, not language mechanics.
I didn't search for vocabulary, words just appeared.
Because your brain switched from constructing sentences to expressing thoughts.
Usually, I pause to translate feelings. Here, I just described them.
Translation disappears when speed increases.
So, thinking in English is not magic, it's pressure removal.
Exactly. When you stop controlling every word, the brain uses patterns it already learned.
I felt small mistakes happening, but they didn't block me.
That's fluency forming. Small errors, continuous flow.
I realized something important. Overthinking comes from trying to impress.
And communication comes from trying to express.
Different intentions, different results.
Yes, impressing slows speech, expressing speeds it.
I want listeners to try this right now while hearing us. Just talk about your room for 10 seconds without stopping.
Even if sentences break, keep moving. Momentum builds confidence.
This exercise feels simple but powerful.
Because it trains the brain to trust itself.
Trust removes hesitation.
And hesitation was the real barrier, not knowledge.
Something feels different now. Earlier, I was choosing words carefully. Now, I'm just talking and adjusting while speaking.
That's the shift from controlled speech to adaptive speech.
I'm noticing I can recover faster too. If I say something wrong, I just fix it and continue.
That's a real conversation skill. Native speakers repair sentences constantly.
Before, a mistake would stop me completely.
Because you treated mistakes like red lights, now they're just small bumps.
Let's try a longer conversation without exercises. Just talk normally.
All right, what changed your attitude toward speaking recently?
Honestly, understanding that people don't expect perfection. Most pressure was created by me, not them.
Same experience for many learners. The fear is internal. The listener is usually patient.
Also, speed helps. When I speak quickly, I don't give fear time to grow.
Fast expression blocks negative thoughts from entering.
Another thing is accepting simple language. I don't need advanced vocabulary to sound natural.
Simplicity sounds confident. Complicated speech often sounds forced.
I used to memorize long sentences before conversations.
And real life never followed your script.
Never. One unexpected question and everything collapsed.
Because memorization prepares answers, not interaction.
Interaction needs flexibility.
Exactly. Think of conversation like playing music, not reading a speech.
You react to rhythm, not written notes.
And rhythm comes from listening and responding, not planning paragraphs.
I'm also more relaxed now physically. Shoulders not tense.
Body tension affects speech speed. Relaxed body, faster language processing.
That's true. When nervous, my voice even changes.
Because your brain allocates energy to protection instead of communication.
Now it feels like sharing thoughts instead of passing a test.
That mindset difference is huge. Tests require correctness. Conversations require connection.
I think this is the first time speaking English feels normal instead of effort.
And that's the moment learners usually realize fluency was possible earlier than they believed.
So overthinking delayed something that was already developing.
Yes, you didn't lack ability, you lacked permission to be imperfect.
I'm giving myself that permission now.
Then conversations will keep getting easier from here.
You know what's interesting? At the beginning, I was worried about every sentence. Now I'm just curious about the conversation itself.
That's when language becomes a tool instead of a task.
I want to talk about something random, like future plans. Normally, I would prepare this topic in my head first.
Go ahead without preparing.
I think in future, I want travel more and meet people from different cultures and not feel nervous starting conversations.
Sounds natural already.
Before today, I would pause searching for impressive words like opportunity or experience, but simple words feel more honest.
People connect to honesty faster than vocabulary level.
Also, I notice I speak longer now. Earlier, my answers were 2 or 3 words.
Because you were trying to end the interaction quickly.
Yes, I wanted escape from pressure.
And now?
Now I want to continue talking because pressure is gone.
That's the goal. When fear disappears, curiosity appears.
I think many learners wait for confidence before speaking.
But confidence is created by repeated successful communication, not preparation.
So small, successful moments matter more than perfect sentences.
Exactly. Each time you speak and nothing bad happens, your brain updates its prediction.
Earlier, my brain predicted embarrassment,
Now it predicts normal conversation.
which feels almost strange, but good strange.
Your mind just learned that English is not a performance stage, it's a social bridge.
I like that idea. Bridge, not test.
And bridges are built piece by piece. Every imperfect sentence adds a plank,
I made many imperfect sentences today.
which means you built a long bridge.
I guess the real practice was allowing myself to sound human.
Fluency always sounds human, never mechanical.
If someone listening feels stuck like I was, what should they do first?
Speak sooner than comfortable, answer faster than perfect, add one extra detail, repeat daily.
Simple rules, but powerful.
Because they train behavior, not memory.
I'm actually excited to talk to strangers now, a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Then the overthinking cycle is broken.
Because my English didn't become perfect,
But because you stopped waiting for perfection to begin.
that changes everything.
And once speaking becomes normal, improvement becomes automatic.